As of 7 a.m. this morning, we have the verdict of what we have been expecting and waiting for all this long while. In this Maikumba, in the southwest region of Cameroon, we just had a small light rain in the morning. Some say in Africa, rain is a symptom of blessings. Take it as you like. But what I know is that this morning, hearts were bleeding for one soul called Marafa Hamidou Yaya, who has been victimized by a regime, satanic as it is.
I wanted to ask about, I think you said there were a total of 10 individuals who were arrested.
More than 10.
More than 10?
Right.
Are they all in jail?
Yes.
Okay. What is it that persuades you that Marafa is the person who is, that we, is really the victim? Are you suggesting that maybe some of the others are guilty and that Marafa is not?
That's a very good question. Initially, when the president started this campaign to clean house, I was one of those who applauded him. It was an exercise that you only find done by successor regimes. A government in place doesn't go after its own. And in countries where embezzlers have been handled expeditiously, have always been places where the sitting government has been replaced by another government. You find in Nigeria, when the military is removed, the civilians take over, they set up their anti-corruption commission. So I was one of those who said, brilliant. But having sat for close to 6 months and looked at the evidence the state had assembled for the Marafa case, I am convinced that we are here witnessing a case of witch hunting. This is what they do. They pick up a top-ranking minister who is on record somewhere as saying, it would be nice for the old man to take a break and make room for others. So they pick him up, and the initial charge would be he has embezzled 50 billion francs. And over the years, because it usually takes years before they do come to court, finally they say, oh, it's only $500,000. Okay, he's judged, and in one or two cases, he's acquitted. I give you a good one. A former Secretary General, the one who replaced Marafa, was acquitted of all the charges against him. They drive him back to the prison to pick up his belongings. The family was there waiting, drums, we Africans, those drummings are just important. The drums were there, ready to pick him up. Take him home. They had removed his things, put them in the car. He gets there, and the registrar of the prison says, the chief warden says, the chief prosecutor has not signed your release order. Where is the chief prosecutor? He had disappeared. That is, as the judgment was read, he simply disappeared. So the man, he said, so what am I supposed to do? He said, no, I'm sorry, they have to bring your things back. So they brought his things back. 2 days later, he had been acquitted. 2 days later, they bring another charge against him. So we have people who, then there's another one who spent, his first conviction was 15 years. 2 days before the 15 years were up, he was held in court for another series of charges, 25 years in jail. So that's the game we play. In the case of Marafa specifically, the moment he got into prison, he did what the others had not done. He started revealing things. You know, he sent out letters to the Cameroonian people and said, well, this is what happened. The president was going to, I call visit the president, as I always do. I advise him, Mr. President, don't stand for another 7 years. This is 2004. Enjoy this as your last term. Consolidate your achievements so that you can retire peacefully in your own country as opposed to dying outside your country. The president takes offense. Then the president says, I hear you are interested in running against me. He said, oh, okay. I'm considering creating the post of vice president. Would you be interested? No. So Marafa did what others have not done. He exposed the underbelly of the system in a series of letters. And, in effect, that the letters were intended as his own protection. Because, as he said in his first letter, he had no wish to die. So if Cameroonians heard that he was dead, they better look elsewhere for the cause. So yes, I think those who